Oh. Hey, how are you doing? Oh. Oh, good boy. I know you're excited. Oh. Oh, good boy. I know. Good son. I know. It's exciting. Good boy. So what we'll do is just some broad leash work and then a little bit of downtown work. And then we'll head back to my place, pick up his friend, and we'll head to the dog park for a little bit of the social work.
Okay, you covered me in dirt.
You get used. Oh.
We brought the new leash, so I think it looks just like the one that you described.
Nice. Were you able to get some practice in blocking it and how it works and all that good stuff yet?
I did, he I don't think.
Okay. Here, why don't we swap out and I can see how it is, and then I'll go
Oh,
over
you want
some.
us to loop that one on,
Yeah.
right?
And then you can unclip this one. He's like, I can't see. Yeah, I don't know if you had a chance to watch this last video yet or not.
No, I haven't. I saw it on the way here.
So momentary loss. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Have you had to loosen his straps at all on any of his things? Or?
Oh, just for his winter jacket, just because it's been so cold. That's why it's still a little bit on the loose side.
I was worried because he can easily get out of that thing. I don't know if he's done it with you, but he can escape through it.
Yeah, no, he's been really good about listening and coming back in. It's all right. So like as soon as he starts pulling, all I usually do is redirect and like try to guide him to another direction or call his name. So either of those things will work. Duke, this way. Good boy. Good boy. As a general rule of thumb, if I have to either call his name or if he does it on his own accord, I'll give him a treat. You don't have to do it all the time, but at least for now, for like reconditioning him, it's a good habit to get into, just so that way he always feels rewarded, especially for when he does it on his own. And just when you call him, that's just reinforcing the recall. So all we're doing right now is just kind of like broad guidance. So I'm just picking objects like that tree to walk to, and I'm just heading over there with him, and just making like little corrections along the way. He gets either too far ahead or too far to the side. Good boy. Wait, Duke. Yes, good boy. And it's going to be important, like, just noticing what he's paying attention to. Different cars, different things. Because sometimes, like, if we are close enough and you have enough slack that he can just reach there, it'd be better to just walk a couple steps so that way it's not bringing attention to the lead, or just give him the extra lead for it. So that way, instead, trying to use the leash pressure as, like, minimally as possible. So that way, when you do use it, it's more impactful as opposed to it like always triggering, right? And him always pulling. So right now I have it on because I don't want him to go through those bushes. Good boy. And part of it too is just that leadership exercise.
What?
Part of it too is just the leadership part of the exercise, where like you always want to have an idea of what to do in whatever situation ahead of time, so that way you can kind of preemptively react or know how you're going to react. So I'm just going to get that big tree all the way over there. And because I know he might get caught around this one, I want to make sure to guide him if necessary. Right? Good boy. Very good. Yes. Right. So he's just getting distracted by all the people around. Good boy. Yes, this one. Good boy. And especially when you're out in like a new environment or when there's like a lot going on, it's always good to let him kind of run out for a bit, get some exercise, get some of that initial smelling and the energy out whenever possible, and then we'll start decreasing the length of the leash. But you'll notice it's the same exact concept, the same exact exercise. And I'll lift that other big thing over there. So he's hit the end of the thing. Yes, good boy. Going too far ahead. Going too far off to the side. Watch out for what's in front. Good boy. I know, somebody didn't pick up. Maybe. Good boy. Same thing there. Yes, good boy. Yes. So just learning to use the leash as like a boundary and guiding him through focus and encouragement, on also like letting him kind of figure it out on his own as much as possible, as opposed to constantly having to micromanage him. So next will be the fountain, and we're gonna about cut the leash a little bit more than regular leash length, but we'll kind of lock it there. Boy, yes. And the main goal here is to make it so like he just stops whenever he starts pulling instead of continuously like forcing himself to get to something. And so it's really important patience-wise that he doesn't like continue to make progress as he powers forward, but as soon as he gives up or redirects, good boy. So here's another one of those cases where he's pretty close to it and it's on the way. So because I have enough leeway, I'm gonna let him go, and I'm just gonna keep going towards the object. And now when we're done, good boy. So I want to give him the. Yeah. Well, I kind of let the leash kind of do the work because we're out of space. So I'm just letting that pressure naturally happen, so that way he knows, good boy, that we're going a different way. Yes, very good. Good boy. So you have the gentleman there. Hey, how's it going? Boy. Sorry, I don't have any cash on me. This way. This way. Good boy. So just making the way towards the tree. Good boy. Yes. Good way. Especially when he actually like stops and waits for you and looks back. Good job. Always at least give him a little bit of that acknowledgement that he's just done the right thing. And on the third one there, since we're already to the destination, I'll give him a treat too. Okay, so now our last destination, we'll lock it at normal length, pretty much 6 foot or so. Okay. Same idea. Oh, perfect. So we got pups too as a distraction, but it'll be the same thing. As long as he's not tight pulling the other way, I'm gonna keep walking and leading him to where I want to go. Good boy. You can kind of tell he's just starting to move faster because he's excited because of the pups. And I don't let that like change where I'm going or what I'm doing. A lot of times what'll end up happening is we start focusing too much on what he's doing and we stop like just doing what we need to do. Because if we don't have anybody to guide him, then now we're both just interested in the dogs over there. Okay? That's all. Good boy. Very good. Go to the bench. Boy. doing really good socially too. Good boy. All right, you want to give it a turn? Okay. Just start off with full length if you want, and then just pick a place to go, and then just start going. If you need to, you can momentarily lock it just by pressing it in case he starts going around like an object or starts going the wrong way. You can use it just to guide him. The main thing is to just use it as a barrier as much as possible, and then just have the pressure do the work for you. Oh, go down. Very good. Good. So make sure you acknowledge that, because he was going the wrong way and then he started going the right way, and that's kind of the moment that you have to recognize that he's recognizing it too. Because if you stop like encouraging him and stop giving him feedback, he'll start checking out more. So like the level of engagement is really important, especially in the beginning. Because the environment is so engaging for him. So we want to be sure that he remembers that we're part of it too. Good boy. Here, I'll give you guys some treats too. There's a handful for you. And here's a handful for you. He's like, I know there's more. So in that case, just go ahead and keep leading on doing what you're doing, because if his thought is to only concentrate on the treats, and you're just telling him no, and without giving him something else to do, then it's very easy for him to redirect back to what he shouldn't be doing. So it's good to like correct him, but it's better to redirect to like an appropriate behavior. Perfect. There. And the goal for this is just to have him ultimately be able to explore and get used to just the surroundings that he can reach, instead of like, you know, like I said before, just tugging towards something that's out of his reach. Okay? And then whenever you get them back, you can go ahead and cut the length a little bit, and then just start walking to the next place. And it'll be hard because a lot of times we'll get used to just pulling him to wherever we want to go, but we want to just recognize, you know, why there's tension on the leash too. If he's still smelling something, you know, it's your option to give him the opportunity to let him just explore and finish investigating it, as opposed to using the leash to kind of pull wherever. Yep, and you'll notice here, good, yep. And as you walk too, it'll naturally increase the tension of the leash, so you don't have to do any extra pulling with your hand or with your arm. Good boy. There you go. Yeah, it gets a little cumbersome when it's not like when it's still medium length. And then you can go ahead and cut it back to a normal size leash if you want.
By that being short?
Yeah, like a 6 foot. And then we can do a little sidewalk test. Okay? You could either pause, let him give up on his own accord, or use recall. Either one will be practicing two different things. We want him to usually give up on his own and recognize the leash pressure, so you don't really have to do anything but just be patient and get ready to reward him. Or if he continues on, then you can also just say his name and practice the control. Good boy. There you go. Now.
I got it.
Is that okay that I just give it to him?
Fine. And then the main thing is, like I said, if he's gonna be wanting to go that way and you're not guiding him to another direction, he's just gonna go right back. So the next time when you get his attention, start going somewhere. Yeah.
Alright, so for sidewalk.
We can go anywhere down here, yeah, or down the other one too. Probably, yeah, probably this one will be a little bit quieter of a street. Good boy. Alright. I'll go with you. There you go. And especially during the training parts and his walks in general, it's good to take your time, just enjoy being outside with him and what he's doing as well. If you only have half an hour for a walk, then just go out 10 minutes and save 20 minutes for the walk back in, so that way you're not rushed. And you can give him ample time to either practice with you or explore things. Sometimes if he just starts going too fast, I'll just ask him to slow down as well, or I'll change direction. That'll help, because the hardest thing is just walking in a straight line, because you're not giving any constant feedback anymore, and you're losing that that engagement with him. And as soon as you do and you start checking out, and all he has left is whatever's in front of him to guide him, that's when you get like the constant pulling behavior. Just ask him to slow down. Just like do anything to re-engage him back with you instead of just letting him hard pull. If he's interested in smelling the grass, move closer to the grass. And that'll stop the leash pressure too. Just pause here for a minute. And I'll show you what I mean for this next part of the sidewalk that he hasn't gotten to. I'll trade you real quick leashes. Don't mind holding the old one. He's like, what? Easy. Easy. And this is what I mean by just not letting him continue going forward. Good boy. There you go. So he wants to go to the tree. So what I'll do as soon as he stops pulling, there's no tension, go back that way. Good boy. Easy. Good boy. Yes. Very good. Easy. Yes, very good. So that's what I mean about just being patient and giving him the time to do the right thing. Because if we keep hard walking forward while he's pulling, it just encourages the behavior. And he just naturally walks faster than we do too. And there's a lot of distractions in front of him that he wants to investigate. Good boy.
Yes. You are a good boy. I'm not going to give something to you to do a thing yet.
Hey, he's paying attention to you while on the wall.
Oh, I can't.
Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Yes, very good. There you go. Good.
Good boy.
So here, I know he just wants to go that way, so I'm just gonna let him go this way a little bit. And then it's gonna be too far off the path that we want to go, so I'll just use the leash again. Good boy. Very good. Very good. Good. You want to give it a shot again, or do you want her to take a turn? Either one. And then after this exercise, I'll show you the sustaining his focus a little bit. Good. So where does he want to go? Very good. There you go. Very good. There you go. Okay. Okay, perfect. And so like that instance is another good option there. Like you could have just, you know, took a step towards him so that way he could have just smelled it, or you can recall him back. Either way.
I appreciate
Are you a tangled beagle?
And you can see that just like slowing down when he's pulling because he's excited and wants to get to the next thing really helps to interrupt that train of thought of like go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And that's what we eventually want from him, is to just slow down and enjoy us being back here and the area around him. And that's the 6th time. Very good.
Oh, all I said was very good.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
that
been told
deserves
he's
a-
a good boy a lot, I guess.
That deserves a TRDT.
Yeah.
Do you find that he responds to that word?
Yeah.
He also acknowledged other words
Carry
that we
on.
use instead of that word.
Right.
Carry on. Good boy.
You can also just pet him too.
Hey.
You guys don't know the
Good, there you go. Good.
Hey.
So he's just excited. Huh? Good. There you go. So he's starting to kind of get a little uppity, right? There you go.
Very good boy. What a good boy.
Good boy.
So you pretty much have to counterbalance whatever he's doing, and that's why it's important to pay attention, right? So like if he's excited and starting to really get engaged in other things, you have to counterbalance that by re-engaging him
Oh my
with
gosh.
you.
Okay.
So go ahead and
Will do.
Bushes.
there you go. Good. Now come on, but now come on where? Start guiding him somewhere. There you go. There you go. Okay. That's just one of those moments when we're so hard stuck on him now pulling, because he's pulling so hard, and now that's all we're focused on.
Yeah.
And he needs something else to focus on.
Right.
Good boy, come here.
And that's where you'll see a lot of the trainers, they'll do that U-turn, whenever there's that tension or they go past a certain point. And it's all about like getting him to re-engage with you. If you want to go up back towards the park here, I'll show you a little bit of an exercise. There should be some steps over there. Good. Good, there you go.
Very good.
Okay.
Hey, not all the way up.
That's fine. I'll trade you.
Oh, no. Okay, he's fine.
Come on.
Alright. And so what we'll do here is I'll unlock it, and I want you to show him that you have a treat, and give him a couple, and then just try to lose him when he knows that you have a treat.
What do you mean?
Just lose him. Try to move around like you're trying to get rid of him.
Okay.
If you need to, I can demonstrate for you.
Hi, kiddo.
Okay.
Oh, one.
Good.
Very good. Another one, right?
Yep.
There you go. Two. Now
Good.
mommy's gonna do this.
Yep. Just like walking around a little bit. Go ahead and get closer to him. It's okay. Go ahead and get closer to him so he recognizes you, because he's distracted by the pup there. Good.
You yell.
Hey, how you doing? This pup can be a bit shy. Yeah. Aw, go easy on him. She's skittish. I know, he gets so excited. Easy, there you go. Aw, I know, this is a good try. There you go. She needs she needs to come across like an old man kind of dog or something like that.
Sorry.
She needs to come across like a senior dog or something, you know? So that way they're nice and calm and they move slower and everything.
Well,
Because-
the other dog would be, how would this dog change?
Oh, see, we'll just get to calm down after he gets to investigator. See how he kind of disengages. It's just because he's excited because he wants to meet her. That's all. Oh, I know. Good boy.
Whoa, what a good sit. Wow.
Good boy.
Good day.
You too. Oh, I know. I know. Hey, this way. Yes. Good boy.
I love you so much. I'm mad for you.
Here, I'll do it now because it's a little bit harder since you know, he's kind of. It was bad timing because he just got distracted by the pup there. Well, I'll do it to kind of show you and try to re-engage him back in. All right. So, Duke. Wait. This way. And that's what I mean by engagement. Just because I am moving around and he wants to kind of follow and chase, it naturally redirects his attention fully back. Despite the environment, despite the other dog, all those things. And then you can work on sustaining that by letting him know that you have a treat and holding it with you while moving. Very good. Okay, want to give it a try? You don't have to move around as quickly or anything, but the main thing is to let him know that you have something, and then just periodically give it to him after he follows you. Perfect. Good, there we go. Good boy, there you go. Okay, so he still goes back to you. And so now you have the opposite problem, right? You have the problem where you're like, you can't shake them. You were earlier trying. And you can do that and just give them treats sporadically. And that goes with like the field work and everything. That's why I pull the treat either to my eyes or to me. So that way he has to maintain that focus on it for it. It's okay, he's just really focused now. See, I don't have to really even do very much. Like, the leash is just there, you know, just there to be there at this point. And he's pretty much just being good off leash. Because we're not using it for any barrier, we're not using it for any guidance or anything. The guidance is straight just coming from his focus on it. it's a good thing to practice. And like I said, doing that and then just walking in a straight line as we saw on the sidewalk really goes to show why he disengages and why he starts going towards other things. Because now he's just more interested in you. Before, he was just more interested in anything else because we had like zero engagement when we were walking behind him.
Yeah.
You guys have any questions on that?
I think so.
Is that he's doing really good.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Oh. And we'll do a little walk up and down the Disney Street here before we go to the dog park.
You find that the shape
Oh no, I haven't noticed.
Okay. You guys were first time walking. It's like, okay, is he licking his paws too much? Is he scratching too much? Does he have some sort of allergy?
Gotcha. No, he's been perfectly fine.
So we have over the
So what I'll do too, just in case, you know, he gets scared or frightened from any sounds, is I'll swap him to the rope harness.
You're what? I'm sorry?
I'll swap him to a rope harness.
Okay.
So that way it's a little bit safer. It's also good because the harder that he pulls, the more that it constricts in on itself, so it kind of auto corrects. But of course, if he is not pulling, it doesn't pull in on itself. So it just goes to help reinforce that behavior too naturally. And he can't escape out of it in case he freaks out. Good boy. Yeah, good job.
Otherwise, don't have it.
Good boy. Yeah, at the bare minimum, acknowledgement is enough, you know, but the main thing is, good boy, the consistency of the acknowledgement too. It's gonna be a lot at first, but it just means a lot because he's actually pulling himself and his attention away from all these things that he's interested in. Good boy, and checking back in. Good boy. Good weight. Good boy. I know, we're not going for a ride. Am I holding this for a moment for me? I'll get the other side of the car. So the way that this is set up, whenever the black stoppers are on, you go underneath the front wheels on that side first, and then go underneath the There you go. And then kind of see like when he pulls, it'll collapse in on itself. So that way, if it freaks out or starts struggling or something, it'll make it more secure as opposed to like the regular harness where you can just back out of it. All right. Walking principle is still the same. You may have to wrap it up a little bit more, or you may not. Just depends. Good boy.
So when should we use this versus the regular harness?
I just use it whenever I think he might get freaked out. Yeah, like a risk of backing out of the regular harness.
Yeah.
Duke, this way. Good boy. Easy. Good boy. Yes. The same principles still apply. Boy. And especially like downtown where there's more distractions and everything, I would either hold him closer so it's easier for him to focus on you, or use the heel work exercise with having the treat that he knows is in your hand and like gradually you know, rewarding him every now
What a
and
good
then.
boy you are. Oh my gosh.
Duke. Yes. Yes. So you can kind of see how distracted he is, right? He sees and knows where it is, but still kind of checks back out. Easy. Yes. Good boy. Yes. What's that? Random stuff. Good boy. So just by slowing things down, it helps to control that like ever escalating excitement. Yes, good boy. There we go.
Good boy.
It's like there's nothing happening.
Oh, here, I can give you some treats. Oh, I know. That'll probably be important for this one. Oh, yeah.
Do you want one? There, good boy. You did a good job. You made like yourself.
There you go. Like,
I love you, very good boy.
good boy. Easy. Good boy. Good. Wait. Good boy. Good wait. Oh. Oh well. We had 6 seconds. Good boy. And then just asking him to wait and stopping is good too. Good boy. Oh, perfect. All right, good boy. And a lot of pups will pull across the sidewalk, depending on the traffic conditions and whatnot. I would usually just wait to settle him down after we cross, or you can practice while he's crossing if it's slow. But I wouldn't just like dead stop and wait in the middle of the crosswalk. Good boy. Yeah. A lot of times, what ends up happening is because he's been waiting so long, you start moving, that like kind of builds up that excitement, and he's like, okay, now we're going again, kind of deal. Easy. Good boy. Yes. Very good. Oh, smell as well. Good boy. So it's like one of those times where, especially when you have another pup come in. Good boy. Wait, dude. This way. This way. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. There you go.
Just realized how we were.
And usually whenever he shakes like that, it's just relieving the, like, either stress or that getting out that extra energy. And you know, he was just getting hyped up because he wanted to meet the dog. He was able to redirect eventually, you know, just by giving him space and trying to guide him somewhere. Good boy. And now that we can control the scenario a little bit, I want him to be able to see the pup. We'll watch out for this car here. Come here, Duke, this way. Very good. There you go. So that's how you can take those opportunities that, you know, seems like failures because he doesn't listen on the first try and give him the practice that he needs redirecting. Same thing again. And this time I'll let you guys call him. All right, so he sees the pup. Perfect.
Oh, good boy. Let me give you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. I have it handy. But I love you so much anyway.
And you can kind of see it's easier now because that initial excitement isn't there. It's still like, he's still excited. He just wants to say hi.
Yeah.
But now that he's gotten that edge off and he's practicing with him, then he's much easier to redirect. Good boy.
He was concerned, or I was concerned that he was not like that. But it sounds like he likes other dogs.
No, he's been great.
Well, with
Mhm. You'll see in the video when you guys get a chance to watch
the
it.
most recent one.
Yeah, and we'll go to the dog park too. So same thing, problem like that we were having before, right? Because there's so many scents, we don't see anything, but we're just walking straight. We're not giving them any input or any feedback. Letting the leash guy do a little bit of work, but just understanding that, you know, he's just kind of overwhelmed right now with everything that's going on. And the more that you're out in whatever environment that you're going to be in, and you're out socializing him, the more that he can get used to these things.
Yeah.
Good Pete. Boy. But you can kind of see I'm still trying to do my best to give him leash whenever I can. And then when it's necessary or it goes too far, good boy. Redirecting him back in. Good boy. So he's still, you know, excited. He still wants to go and explore and all over the place, but he's not, you know, frantically going everywhere.
Good boy.
Yeah, I guess training time probably wasn't the best time to start his diet.
Yeah. That's okay. He's moving around a lot more, and it still looks like he hasn't gained anything.
He looks like he's in good shape.
Yeah. So the doctor, he got up to like 61 pounds.
Oh.
The issue. Yeah, it was around the time I was pregnant. And like, we just were, I was nauseated all the time.
Hi, how you doing? Oh, good
We all
boy.
gained weight, and so did he.
That's understandable.
So we've been trying to figure out how to love it. He had this one bump on the side, and I was worried about it because I was like, oh my god, is it cancer? What is it?
Right.
And actually, I'm pretty confident it's just a fat bubble with a stick a needle in it, and they're like, if it's yellow, it's bad. Me too.
Aw,
I'll just have a
good boy.
We did it. But I think it's so much healthier.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're hungry.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like he's like obese or too bad out of shape or anything like that. Like when you look at his legs and he has definition of muscle and everything, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
You're a good boy, and you love exercise.
Yeah, so there's another pup there. Good boy. I know. You're excited. So now we're going to be walking back into the other dogs and that other pup over there. So he starts pulling, right? Got the two options of either hi, how you doing? Calling him back or just letting him do it on his own accord. Good boy.
I'm so proud of you.
Good boy. But the main thing is you want to try your best to not do it yourself is the thing. Especially when it comes to training, we want him to condition himself to actually do things instead of us constantly micromanaging or pulling him along. It's the same thing. Good boy. Most of the time it's just the issue of just running out of reach because he just moves quickly, that's all. Yes, very good. Yes, very good. So if he starts doing it on his own, you can also extend it too, which is always really good. Good boy. I know. You want to ask him if we can say hi?
You want me to ask?
Hmm?
Probably
It'll be
not.
good practice for you.
I get nervous also.
It's okay.
I'd like to see somebody else.
It'll be the thing with socializing is you'll end up socializing a lot while trying to go out and socialize him.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Brian talks first.
We can try it. He's
Aw.
got a nip at him.
Oh, he's got a nip at him. Aw.
Oh,
Aw.
no, no.
Is he an old man?
He goes to the kennel a lot,
Aw.
and if we take him off the leash, just cut him loose, they'll be fine. But when he's on leash, it's almost like he feels restricted or something, and like he acts weird.
Gotcha. Good boy, dude.
He's never bitten anything, but he gets very verbal.
Aw. There you go. Oh, you're okay. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Yeah. He's good. Aw.
So,
There you go. He said we'd want to avoid the face-to-face, but you know it's really difficult right now. So all I'm just doing is watching. Mhm.
sorry, we're learning how to socialize the
Yeah.
That's why we're just a quarantine puppy.
Oh, it looks like he almost wants to play with him now. That's good.
I think if we had a field, Henry, you can get tied together, buddy.
There you go.
If we had a field, we just cut him loose.
Yeah, that'd be great.
He does
He's
great.
great with off leash with other dogs.
There you go. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
There you go. You did good. Good boy. Thank you.
You're okay, me too.
Good boy. There you go.
Good boy.
So it's just about like reading and assessing the situation. You kind of see the face-to-face, especially with the older pup that's unsure and a little snappy, but
Yeah.
there was no follow-through, there's no escalation. And because the other dog started calming down, I knew that was a good sign that he was getting comfortable with him, so you can extend and prolong it. But if the other dog kept barking and kept going lunging and forward, so
Yeah.
just take a step back, give that break, kind of like we did for the eval,
Yeah.
and then slowly do it again. But that was good because they were de-escalating on their own, and they were getting comfortable and used to one another. Then the situation was okay.
How did that feel? Was it weird? I get so anxious. I don't understand why.
You do it enough. It becomes second nature.
I think the thing is I don't feel confident enough in my ability to introduce them to be like, I got this, I can ask you this, and know that it's gonna be safe.
Good boy. Just role play or practice, with friends or family members. Works out really well at first.
Yeah.
You get it to the point where you're like almost borderline scripted. You're like, hey guys, so this is Duke. He's very friendly. He's just a little energetic right now. Is it okay if we meet pups? Yeah. Yeah.
So where's the dog park?
Not too far, just a couple blocks. So what we'll do is I'll just have you guys follow me. We'll go pick up his friend, and we'll go to the dog park. See how it is.
And then I haven't talked to Elma yet. I'll give
And
her
that'll give you a little bit more.
I mean, you
What?
want to get our car or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, where'd you guys park? Okay.
Walking by right now.
Okay.
So-
If you want to go ahead and drive over, and yeah, because you know where my car is. I'll wait for you guys over there.
See you in a minute.
He's like, wait a second. Wait a second.
Right back, I promise.
Good boy. There you go. But no, he's been great around other dogs. A little shy, but I think that's just from his lack of social work. Yeah, I kind of wish they would swap it over, but I guess not yet. Usually, like, they'll close one side so the grass can grow, while the other side is getting like this, and then swap. Yeah. There you go. Good boy. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Aw.
You realize you're about 40 pounds bigger.
How old is he?
19 year old.
Aw. Hey, happy birthday. It's cute. Oh. Oh.
They get their paws growing.
He looks like he's gonna grow right into a good guy. Aw, so cute. Uh-huh.
They get to running and they're in full giddy up. So when they stop, they'll stop in front of you, but you know, there's the momentum. They're like bowling balls, you know.
Aw.
One lady says, man, they run fast. I said, yeah, they get running. You got about
Oh, yeah. Look at this handsome fellow over here.
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Okay.
Hi. It's Chase over here.
Hold back. Hold back.
He's pretty good about making friends.
I got a granddaughter that lives at the house. She's 13.
And that's something too that you'll probably have to communicate with other people.
And he's very protective.
Because he
Yo,
is,
wussy.
you know, can be like
Wake
verbal or
up.
seems like intense too.
Go on. Don't be such a baby.
Hi.
My wife called me. She just cares for everybody.
Oh.
Could be worse.
We got one more. Alright, we'll leave after this. Oh, and that's another thing too. Like if you do find the dog park at your place and you want to start off slow, it's good to kind of either scope it out. Sometimes Google Maps will have like the hours when it's busy and when it's not. But you can usually tell by like when you get off work and things like that. Lunchtime is usually slow, early mornings. But it's good to try to go out like for the first time when it's not like right at the peak, you know, like at 5 or something like that. So that way, if you get there at like 3, you'll probably be pretty empty, or you might just have a couple pups, and then that way you can your pups can get used to seeing everybody come in one at a time too, and it's a little bit slower paced. Sure. You can also do the reverse and catch the very back end of the evening, where everybody's kind of tired, more mellowed out, and leaving. Oh, we got a hype one. We got a hype one.
So excited.
Aw.
No growling.
Aw.
Hi, buddy.